Good afternoon and welcome to the second webinar of the day at the 2023 IHF Coaches and Referees Education Week, where leading experts throughout the world of handball share their knowledge and experience in these 7 days. This is the fifth webinar of this week, and my name is Adrian Costeiu. I'm a member of the IHF media team, and I will be your host throughout this week. A very interesting one. Of course, we had very interesting webinars. We will have some more. And to begin with, we would like to let you know that these sessions will be in English, but you have translation available. Like in every webinar, just look at the bottom of your Zoom app, the globe icon, the interpretation icon, just click it and you'll have translations available in French, Spanish, and Arabic. All these sessions fall under the umbrella of the IHF Education Center, available at ihfeducation.ihf.info, and all these webinars are being recorded and will be available there. Okay, so our next guest is Marko Šibila, Master Coach, who will present an interesting webinar, The Execution of Counterattacks Adapted to the Opponent's Tactics in Retreat. Marko, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. My name is Marko Šibila, as was already mentioned, and today I would like to present you the lecture with the title "The Execution of Counterattack Adapted to the Opponent's Tactics in Retreat." It means that I would like to present you something more than just the pure theory and practice of the counterattack. But I would like to stress also on the things which are important when we execute the counterattack, and the players must, and the coaches normally must think about the retreat tactics of the opponent. So it is some kind of upgrade of this basic tactic of the counterattack. So at the beginning, I would like to explain some theoretical basis of the handball game phases, or with other words, about the structure of the handball game. So we can divide the whole handball game into two main phases. First is a phase of defense, and then the phase of attack. And these two phases can be then further divided into two more sub-phases. First is in defense, we have a so-called play in the set defense. It could be zone defense or mixed defense, combined defense. And the second part is the second sub-phase is return into set defense or retreat into set defense. And the same is valid also for the attack. We have two sub-phases. First is attack versus set zone defense. And then we have so-called counter-attack. So it is some kind the rough presentation of the phases in handball. Then, if we want to continue to make a more in-depth overview about the structure of the handball game, then we can see that there is a lot more things which we have to consider when we start to reconstruct the whole game. First, normally, as we already mentioned, there is attack and defense. This normal division in two phases. Then again, attack versus set zone defense and the counter attack. Okay, so now in counterattack, we can see that there are a team or group counterattack, individual counterattack, extended counterattack, and the next possibility to execute the transitional phase is also fast execution of throw-off. So with the new rules or improved rules, the fast execution of throw-off we can also consider as some kind of counterattack. So it is the first part. And the second part is the defense. In defense, as we already mentioned, we have a so-called returning or retreat into set defense, where the players must make this transitional phase. So from their initial position in the attack, they must go back to the positions in the defense. And in doing this, they must normally make a defense versus individual counter-attack versus team or group counter-attack versus fast execution of throw-off, and use also a goalkeeper during this phase. So now we will focus on these two sub-phases. So counter-attack, normally it is the main thing, but also once again we should focus a little bit on the retreat, because both phases are synergic. So one depends on the other. Okay, it is normal when one team is in the counter-attack, the other team is in a retreat. Okay, now if we look at the modern handball, now we can see that the handball really make great progress in the attack versus set zone defense. So it is clear that in the attack versus set zone defense, many tactical variants have been developed. Now in the game 6-6, 5-6, 6-5, 7-6, 6-8, we can observe a lot of new tactical approaches or tactical combinations, variants, which really proved that the handball became a very complex sport in this part, so in these sub phases. So we can say that really this is very complex thing, but it is also obvious that coaches put a lot of attention, to develop these phases of the game. But unfortunately, we see less progress in other two sub phases in the handball, and counter-attack and retreat to the set zone defense. Of course, we can just speculate why it happened. No, it's difficult. We have no really data about why there was no interviews, for example, with the best coaches or many coaches. Why they put much more attention to these two sub phases. Now we can just speculate. I will give you two reasons which are, from my point of view, very important. So first thing, or one of the most important thing, is the fact that the most teams or coaches now opted to change the players between attack and defense for variety of reasons. Now, or they want to construct the best possible teams in the attack versus zone defense, or in zone defense. Or they want to just give the possibility to the best players in the attack to rest a little bit during the defense and so on. There are plenty of reasons, but still, it is we can observe that there is almost all teams use at least one or two or even more changes between the attack and defense. And the problem is that causes a lot of problems, many problems in counter-attack, but also in retreat to the defense. So it means that in attack we cannot use the full power that can be used by the counter-attack, and on the other hand, the team or players who retreat into zone defense have a lot of problems how to construct a good zone defense when they have to change the players. So, but it is especially so for this second or third phase of the counter-attack, extended counter-attack, where very skillful attackers can then get a certain advantage due to the inappropriate change of the defenders. Okay, now first video. Okay, now if you stop a little bit earlier, just to go a little bit back. Okay, now you can see the perhaps I just it is just by speculation. Know that we can see that there is no pivot on the line. So if you go a little bit more back, we will see that in that time the Spain team didn't use the pivot in the defense, and it caused a lot of problems for the counter-attack, because the start of the last phase of the counter-attack, or long extended counter-attack, whatever, is very much connected to the support of the pivot. So pivot must be behind the backs of the defenders if we want that the counter-attack is really efficient. Okay, so now if we can go to another slide, another video, next video.
I think there's a small issue with the presentation, and now I think it's going to work. So this is the video, right, Marko?
This is the next video, second video. Okay. Now we can see the same situation, no pivot in the defense, and it caused a lot of problems. Now it is the way how the counter-attack lose its power, because the pivot cannot support, once again, cannot support the counter-attack. And as you can see, there was a lot of possibility, a lot of space where the attackers can direct their efforts, you know, to execute efficiently the counter-attack. But the problem was because the defense was not constructed in the way which will be the most suitable for the counter-attack. If we can repeat it once again, this last video, and going a little bit slowly. Okay. Now once again, you can see a lot of space, but at the back of the defenders, there was no one who can support this. It is somehow the problem of the counterattacks due to the fact that the defense system was constructed from the players which cannot then really take their places in the attack appropriate to the best possible execution of the counterattack. Okay, now last slide. Now you will see something else. Now, as we say, there is also a lot of problem in the retreat. Now you will see the situation when the Slovenian team couldn't make a good defense due to the fact that the left back player who should play in the center, I will explain it later on a little bit, if we can repeat it once again. Okay, now stop, please. Okay, now the left back went out, change, even if he was in a good position to change, but still that caused a lot of problems. And especially the second problem was that the right back player was not able to change, even if they were it was supposed to change. And in that case, probably it was the plan of the team when retreat that the team in this case just go into 5-1 defense instead of 6-0 defense. But the problem is, if you can go a little bit further, the problem is that this player never play in 5-1. Okay, stop once again. This player, Dolens, never play in the club, in national team. He never play on this position. Now it means that the problem of changing the players really caused a lot of troubles also for defense, and the skillful player who also changed. Now the Spanish player who entered into the court, even if he was right-handed, left-handed, so it means it was a right back player, and he continued his play on the position of the left back player, but he was so skillful, immediately observed the situation. He find out that the players are in a bad position, and then they take an advantage. Then he took the advantage from this situation. Now we can finish with this. Okay, once again, so it's obvious that the front center is it's out of the game. So he was just turned back, but no action. No, it is a very good example of how this change of the players in the phases cause a lot of problems also for the defense normally for execution of counter-attack, and at the same time also for the attack. Okay, we can go on the next slide. Now, the second problem is of tactical nature. It means that teams performing fast play do not want to risk losing a ball quickly. What does it mean? It means that there is a lot of effort putting in the play in the defense, set defense. Then the team get the ball, and all the coaches and players have a fear to lose the ball immediately, and normally the less skillful players in attack can do it immediately. And this phase, counter-attack, is also connected to the fast play, fast execution of certain tactical elements, observation of the game, decision-making process is very quickly, and the possibility to lose the ball quickly is great. Okay, now we can start with the first video. It was even the play 5 against 6, so there was no goalkeeper in the goal. Now the left wing change with a goalkeeper who enter. Now the pivots, they're lying on that. So it is a great advantage for the attackers in the counter attack. The player who get the ball has many options to continue, but he chose the bad option. No, he wants to score immediately, even if there was a lot of space, many better possibilities to execute and to get into the good 100% situation for score the goal. But no, it was one example how the team or the players who get the ball can immediately lose it. The next video. Once again, it's technical mistake, technical error, and in matches where there are equal teams or quite equal teams, such things can then be decisive. So many times, because of that, coaches say, okay, it's better to stop this phase or just to play if there is 100% possibility to execute it in a good way, counter-attack. Otherwise, just it's better to stop and to play in the attack versus set zone defense. No, it's quite tricky for the coaches. No, they must constantly decide whether to change players or not, or to stop the playing or not. So they must all the time. All coaches must all the time consider whether the benefits of one or other decision outweigh the possible negative effects. So there are a lot of positive effects. So we are looking for these positive effects. But on the other side, we have also some kind of stress, fear, concerning the possible mistakes of the players, normally in both phases, not just in the phase of retreating, of the counter-attack, also in retreat. Okay, therefore, in our lecture, we set ourselves the goal to describe the possibility of implementing different forms of counter-attack, including fast execution of throw-off, and their possible adjustment according to the tactics of retreat of the opponent to the set zone defense. And then in the end, as a practical example, we will analyze the men's World Championship 2023 final match, Denmark-France. Now for the clear understanding, a little bit theory still now, for the clear understanding, a few words about terminology. You can find many terms in the literature, so that this transition phase from set defense to attack versus set defense can be called in different ways in different sources of literature. So in the literature, we can find terms such as counterattack, fast break, extended counterattack, attack on the disorganized defense, and many more. So individual counterattack, team, group counterattack. So I don't want now to get too much into this terminology. No, it's another thing, but it is also the part of this topic. No, and now, regardless of the previous described problems, implementation of counterattacks in different types of counterattacks have a lot of potential for handball. Now, for this reason, every team should have designed a precise diagram of leaving the playing positions in the defense. So it means exact system of movement across the length and width of the playing field, which must also be well coordinated between all the players. Spatial and time balance across the whole playing field. Then set concept of the extended fast attack, which can be adapted to the situations which occur upon various opponents' attack completion. So different shots positions of the opponent, different possibilities when different situations when turnovers occur, and so on. So it will be always a little bit adapted. And this, it is the most important thing about I want to talk is that this overall or general concept should be adapted to the specifics of the given opponent's retreat to the defense. Now, first, it's necessary to understand the essence of how the players are shifting in the counter-attack phase and returning to the zone defense. Now, on the left side, on the photo, you can see the positions of the players in 6-0 defense. So the right wing and the left wing are on the outside positions. Okay, if you can start also the video. So these two players, no wing players, are mostly on this position. Then center back can play as a second or half player on the left side, and the right back as a half player on the right side. And then the left back on the center on the left side, as a center half on the left side, and the pivot on this position. So this position allowed then also the best possibilities, you know, how to perform a counter-attack. So that the lines of the players, when they run into a counter-attack, when they start to make a combination in this transitional phase, are the best. So they can easily get. But now the problem is that, okay, it is only one dispute here, that center back and left wing can be the outside or half defender on the left side, so they can change. Now we have in the modern handball, we have a lot of left wings, especially, which are very good also as the half defenders. So it is the only dispute. Now all other positions are, as I already explained. And once again, this construction of the defense give afterwards also the best possibility to perform the counter-attack. But the problem is in the modern handball, once again, this change of the players. Now we can observe on the lower quality levels or on the top, on the final match of the counter-attack, many times that on the position of left back is second pivot. So we have a lot of teams which play on the center positions with two pivots, and so on. So there are many possibilities, or no pivots, as we saw the Spanish team 5-1. They have a team, so 5-1 defense without a pivot. It's something special, but obviously it is also the something which occur in our practice. Okay, we can go further. So it is also recommended that the teams master the team counter-attack with at least 3 different tactics of extended counter-attack, or at least one of these. So cross between the left back and right back after a parallel or diagonal pass, then change positions among backs, So it means that also is recommended the wing transition in that case. So when the backs change the positions, then execution of the transition by center back dribbling the ball and then transition into an extended counter attack. And it gives again the coaches and the players clear picture about the combinations. We can call it combination 1, left and right side, combination 2, left and right side, and so it is similar to an attack on the set defense. We have some kind of combinations. No, and it is so. In this video now we can see now a very good example about how to open the counter attack when the players gain the ball. Even if they change the player, they get a very good possibility to make this kind of extended counter attack with cross, left back, right back, pivot between the half and the center defender. Okay, and then normally after performing this, they stop. So the team perform very good transitional phase, press the defense, they get what they can get from this situation, and then tactically stop. It is one of the consequences of the counterattacks, also to press the opponents to retreat without the changes, for example. Okay, and then once players master this at the appropriate level, then we can have adaptation to a specific opponent. It means that the team counterattack is supposed to represent a mixture between the general knowledge, so the general model which one team master, and then the specific adaptations to the opponents. So the changing of the players of the opponents, the very specific positions where the best players score, and so on. So it should be some kind of mix between these two things. Okay, so in this regard, coach must determine before the matches some parameters which are important for the efficiency of the counter-attack. First, initial team, and then possible change of the players between defense and attack. And then, in this case, he must see if the transitional phase, the players who play, for example, this initial team, are able to fulfill all the requirements also for the transitional phases. And that should be made also for the opponents. So the coach must have a scenario about his own team, play in the transitional phase, and of the opponent team. Then the coach must establish the direction of the play. So how the initial half of the playing field will be present to the team. So which players are near to the substitution area? In that case, normally it shouldn't happen that for example, this long change of the players occur. So, for example, left back on the other side of the playgrounds is this long line to the exchange. So it is somehow the tactical thinking of the coach to provide that the direction of the play is in accordance with his initial team. And then he must also detect so-called potential weak players or situations when returning to defense of the opponents, of course. So where are the potentials for better execution of counter-attack due to the bad retreat of the opponent? And once the coach has determined all this information, he or she decides to instruct the players how to perform the counter-attack. Normally, coach mainly focuses on the position of the opponent's shots. So where once again, where the opponent's shot mostly occur in the opponent's team, and the anticipated situations when they change the players, how they change the players, who change, in which situation change, and what kind of possibility to better execution of the counter-attack it's offer. And in doing so, coach must also consider the knowledge of the players regarding the ability to take advantage of these instructions. It is bad if we just think that the players with theoretical informations will then be able to solve all these problems during the match. So even if we practically, even if then we practically try to present the players this kind of informations, many players are simply not able, even if they are experienced, are not able to implement then these things into the counter-attack. Okay, now I will try to explain some goalkeepers' options regarding passing to the counter-attack. So first thing is the long pass. First option is long pass to wing. It's very risky, but also very efficient. Again, normally the teams which bring a lot of success or profit are also very risky, and also it's valid also for this pass. So the goalkeeper must be very careful when performing that. But if he decides and executes it well, then it can bring a lot of good things for the things in counter-attack. Video, please. Normally, it is also connected to the early leaving the position in the defense. But this first option of the long pass, once again, required a lot of skills and good okay. Then the long pass to pivot, the same situation. So this long passes, for the players who, let's say so, are at a great distance from the goalkeeper, are very risky. But also very efficient. Okay, next video. So the goalkeeper must really have a good technique of the passing normally, and good collaboration with the wing player and so on. So we can discuss a lot about that individual counter-attack and this possibility of the goalkeeper to pass this ball, but on the other side also on the responsibility of the goalkeeper not to lose this ball, as we already discussed before. Okay, then the second option is the less risk pass to the center back. And it is the option which mostly the goalkeepers use. Oh, and then also now we see that. So goalkeeper, center back, and then center back continue as a player who has the most experiences and knowledge from the tactical point of view, and he can normally distribute the balls in the best way. So he's a man. The center back is the man who in the attack versus set zone defense, and also in the counter attack, he has the most the best skills to do it. Then the middle distance pass to right back or to left back. It happens many times when the opponents, when retreating, start to play man to man to prevent this pass versus center back, to prevent this first pass between the goalkeeper and the center back, just because of this reason that I mentioned before, so that when the center back once have a ball in the good run, then he's certainly very dangerous. So okay, now next slide. Next video. So goalkeeper has a lot of responsibility. Now in this, if we can go once again, you can see now the goalkeeper have had a chance that already he immediately passed this long pass toward the wing player. But to be more secure, to give more chances, to reduce the risk, he opted to pass the ball to the center back, who has once again a lot of skills, a very good overview of the whole playing court, and normally he's more able to do these things. Okay, now. Now the next thing is that when the center back get the ball, he can bounce the ball. It's also frequently used tactical mean, not just to pass the ball, but also to bounce the ball, to dribbling the ball in the space when they can continue to play in the so-called extended counter-attack. Okay, now we can just start with the first.
For him, and he gets him and he hits him. Sandell drops it on the way through. That is pressure defense from Barcelona. Ball, Fabregas, and Fabregas. Ball from Raúl Entre Ríos all the way down, but forget about that ball, which was good. The defense from Barcelona there gave Allwork no chance, with the result that I think it's a
so it was almost the same situation as before. So the center back passed the ball to the next video.
Called attacker foul against the line player. The ball is broken already, and Entre Ríos clever, doesn't play it to Mortensen, gets it back inside again. He's just passing it around. That's brilliant play, and this time Jans makes no mistake. That is brilliant play, and look back at that again. It starts from Entre Ríos. Look at that ball, great ball, Dolanets, and all the time in the world Jans, and he wasn't buying that near post from Emil Nielsen this time. There it is, calm as you like, just lays it into the running path of Dolan.
Okay, it was just as an example of how the center back can, with the bouncing the ball, so with dribbling the ball approach to the zone, which is then suitable for continuation of the extended counter-attack. It's less risk, and it's very frequent in the modern execution of the counter-attack. So we have so many options. Now we can skip these two videos now to go further in the next. So there are many options now how to execute from the goalkeeper, from the different situations which occur because of turnovers and so on. Normally, once again, the coach, it is the basic knowledge of each coach to know this situation and to introduce the players how to behave in these certain situations in many ways. Also in way how to change the player. Now, okay, now we also mentioned that the fast execution of throw off nowadays became the part of the counter-attack. Somehow it is even more important as a pure counter-attacks, because give a lot of good outcomes for the teams which can execute it well. No, not just to score the goal. There are also a lot of psychological reasons why the good execution of this is very important. So okay, now first option is that goalkeeper passes the ball to pivot. Let's go back. So it's first option is the goalkeeper pass the ball to the pivot normally, and then pivot pass the ball to center back player, and the center back player then organize the next phase of the fast execution of throw off. As you can see, it is as we execute the normal counter attack. Okay, next video. So it is obvious that it really gives a lot of possibilities. This kind of simple action, goalkeeper, pivot, center back. Okay, last one. Okay, now we can repeat just to refer a little bit to if you can repeat this video once again. And if we refer to our topic now, how for example, the retreat tactic of the opponent can stop. Okay, stop. Okay, stop. Now we can see that the Spanish team changed 2 players. It's obvious, and they are late in their defense and open the space in the middle of the court and also on the right side. It's immediately obvious that the possibility are on the right, on the left side, but on the other side, it's also obvious for the defenders that something is wrong, and then they must adapt a little bit. But what is interesting here, you can see how many problems cause this kind of change of the players during the counter-attack. Now it is very interesting that the Spanish team in that moment have just the 5 players on the court. Just a little bit further, just a little bit. Okay. No, and the player who was on the other side, no, was really late returning, and these 2 players, it's obvious they're on a vertical position, not in a position where they have to be. Now in the normal position of the 6-0 defense, and it was obvious that there are great chances now to score from both sides, on the center, on the left side, or the right side. Perhaps even better it would be, but center back obviously was a little bit afraid about the returning of the player who retreat into the defense. And he didn't see him, so that's why he was a little bit afraid. And okay, we can go further. So this change of the players now caused so many problems. How to construct the defense, how to establish a good collaboration, and when the players have time to set up the good zone defense, that's much easier to establish this kind of collaboration, who is responsible to whom, how to solve such some basic situations and so on. But when they enter into the court, they must start to do it, and in doing this, they many times make also the mistakes. Okay, we can go further. Okay, then the next option is pass, goalkeeper, pivot, and pass to the wing positions. Wings are many times the best sprinters in the team, so the fastest players who can develop a lot of speed, and they simply can overrun the defenders in these situations, especially if the defenders, when retreat, make some unconscious or if they're not careful enough, or they are unconscious of these dangers. And this is a great opportunity to wing players to express their abilities even more, as they can do it in the attack versus normal zone defense. Okay, we can start with video. Okay, now if we repeat it once again, I will try to explain a little bit more also this tactic of retreat or adaptation of this execution once again. Okay, stop. Can we go a little bit back? A little bit more, even more.
We'll get back to it, I think, Marko, immediately. So
Okay, no problem.
Whenever there's an issue, it's a technical issue. So yeah. Until the presentation is back, I can ask you a question which we got, and you can answer. How do you manage the substitution process to have a better transition when retrieving the players back to the defense?
No, it is the question of the tactic of the coach's tactic. If so, from my point of view, the most important thing is that the players are able to play in all phases of the game. At the end, when we make conclusions, I'll try to explain it a little bit. So it means that even if we have the players who change, no, they participate in all phases. So if somebody play in the defense, they must play also in the counter-attack. And when the counter-attack finish, then to start the change. It must be also adopted to the rules. Normally, this change must be in accordance of the rule of the passive play. So as fast as possible, normally, but not during the phase. So from my point of view, it's wrong if the players are changed during the counter-attack, or the players change from the attack to the defense when the counter-attack take place. So during these phases, it's forbidden to not forbidden, but it's not tactically correct if we execute.
Not suitable for the team.
No.
Okay, so I think the presentation is back, so you can go and
okay. Now, once again, this first presentation, but now this fast execution of throw-offs on the last World Championship were were excellent. No, well, it was obvious. Now stop. If you can go a little bit back. Okay, now stop. What I want to show you, I want to show you the position of the players, and okay, now stop. Now you can you will see the situation when the players who must be on their positions. So in the position at least on the 9 meter didn't reach this position. Also because of the fact that the players from the opposite side, which should play on the half left position, made a change. So it is really something what shouldn't happen. But normally the Spanish team knows that if you go a little bit back, no, in the where we are in the phase of the attack versus zone defense, where the players are still in the defense, you will see the problems of the Slovenian team in that moment. Okay, so now once again, a little bit more back, just to see the players in the attack. You can see also the signals of the wing player. Now you can see the position of player. Wing player is unable to come to the half of the outside playing position. No, and the problem of on the other side. No, the players on the left back position have to go out, and it open a space. It was obvious that the Spanish team perform this kind of fast execution of throw off with right wing, because they know that the space on the left side will be open. We can go on the next slide, the next image. Okay, stop. Now stop. Okay, now stop. It's and now you can see the center back player. Now here on the right side, who must run completely on the other side of the playground. So he's almost unable to reach his normal position in the defense as outside players on the left side. And then the problem is also that the right back has a problem to turn, because he made a shot from the breakthrough. A lot of problems for him. And the most problematical thing was the change of the left back. So the whole space on the left side was empty. We can go further. Okay, and then stop. Okay, now you can see now that the situation, left back is entering, the center back was late, because normally, because of his action in the attack versus zone defense, and the Spanish team here really excellent adapt their fast execution and throw off of this situation. So there was completely empty space on the left side. Beside this, also the goalkeeper have to change, but it doesn't change the whole situation, no? Because on the other side there was a lot of problems. Perhaps I can stress one more thing here. So from my side, this is a recommendation. So my experiences as a many years coach. Never change the player on the court. So court player when you have a player less. So in this case, it is mortal. So it's impossible to defend when you change one player to change the goalkeeper, another player is court player. So it caused so many problems that this is against any kind of good tactical thinking. But we will see also under some other videos that these situations occur. Okay, we can go further. So no players on their initial position, or they were late, let's say so. No left back, center back is late. Just the left wing, perhaps. Okay, now let's go. Start. Stop. Okay, stop. Another the same situations occur also on the other side. It was interesting match from this point of view, from the adaptation of counter-attack and fast execution of throw-off to the retreat tactic of the opponents. No, especially regarding the change of the players between the phases. Okay, now we can go further. We can continue. Okay, stop. Now let's go back. You can see the similar situation as it was before on the other side. You can see two players on the line. Third player, back player, who performed the shot. It was just the half of the playground was completely empty. No, it's somehow the situation where the player should not change in any from any reason. Okay, last video. Okay, again, so these wing players can really perform excellent fast execution of throw-off. So pass between these players. Now I just leave also the other. Well, there was 3 times, so 3 consecutive execution of fast throw-off, and it's really illustrate how important is this execution of fast throw-off for the modern handball. So nobody want to stop. All of these players want to press the opponent team and to get the best possible solution in the fast play in this transitional phase. No, but once again, here I want to illustrate this possibility to execute the fast throw off with the wing players. The pivot wing player, or even not just wing players. Also, the main role here, the wing players. Okay, we can go. We can continue. Okay, now after this theory of the counter-attack, fast execution of throw-off, and this general information about this, I would like to show you this kind of situations in the final match of the World Championship this year, Denmark-France. You can see the result here. So it is the top of the top match. And normally, when we try to find out these mechanisms, it's the best possibility to take a look into this. The secrets of these tips. We will see some interesting things also in this match. So you can see also that the final difference was 5 goals, and in the first half just 1 goal for Denmark. Okay, here are the lineup of the Denmark team and then the France team. I think that all of you, or at least most of you, saw this match, and you have some kind of impression. But now we will try to make a more in-depth overview. Okay, now it is the first teams. As I already tried to explain, we always have to make this kind of illustration. What is the initial team? How the players stands into the defense, normally also which kind of defense they play. And we must do this for our team and for the opponents. And then also the same is valid how these players should perform the counter-attack, and on the other side how the players from the attack should retreat into the zone defense. And we can see now for the first half that Danish team made 1 change, and same is valid also for the France team. So at the beginning, but then during the match they also change a little bit this attitude and change also 2 players and so on. So there were a lot of differences, tactical, but it was the beginning of the match. Okay, we can go further. Continue. Okay, now if we first analyze Denmark team and pointed out some specifics of counter-attack and fast execution of throw-off, we can say that first Molgaard, who changed with Hansen, sometimes try to go also in the counter-attack, but mostly he immediately after the attack of the opponent finish, he opted to go out and to change with the Hansen. So it's some kind of specific. Then the second thing is that Lauge was very, very important for the counter-attack and the fast execution of throw-off, but he did start. It means in this case we just lose 1 player for the certain time. Afterwards, the coach introduced him, and he was perhaps one of the decisive players, and not just in the phase of the attack versus zone defense, but also in the counter-attack and the fast execution of throw-off. And what is also very important that the Denmark really execute excellent the fast throw-off. They have different options in the first and in the second half. Then some specifics or problems which occur in retreat of the Denmark team. And the most exposed thing was that Hansen changes regardless of the position. There was just 1 or 2 situations when Hansen stay in the defense, turn into defense, but also in this case without the success. Then 1 or 2 players change in certain period. Lauge and Molgaard, as I already tried to explain. So it means that the coach try not to give too much signal to the opponents that he will make 2 changes. And then what is also very important, left back and right back shoot many times on the opposite side of the court and are late in retreating. So it means that Gitzel perform a lot of shots on the left side, where is the place for the left back player, and on the other side, Pitlik or even Hansen many times found himself on the right side, and once again he was late. Okay, now we can go continue. Okay, now we can start with first with the counter-attacks of the Danish team. This some kind of examples. No, it's not the whole picture. Now it is a simple counter-attack, group counter-attack when they get the ball with a very good by performing with a very good blocking the ball. Okay, it is a normal counter-attack. Okay, let's go. But now here you can see already some kind of problems when make a retreat. Even the Danish team wouldn't they didn't want to force and to try to find out these problems. But if we can continue once again, if you repeat it once again, this last video. Okay, now stop. Stop. Now you can see the problems of the Molgard, no, on the left side, or not problems of Molgard, no, the problems how these inappropriate players, or I don't know, even agreement, for example, that they will stop in these situations. But you can see now that as a center back player who is not a center back, because if you can get go a little bit back again, just a little bit back. You will see now that Karabatic, who enter in the playground after this change, he's unable to come to his position as a center back. No, in this case, now he occupied the half position. Okay, it is better than nothing. No, we saw before the Slovenian team, which had the same problem. But now this situation offers a lot of possibilities to the counter-attack of the players. But normally, once again, obviously, the Danish team didn't want to force in this case, and they opted not to stop this now. But you can see this kind of mass or inability of the players to overtake their real good positions in the defense. Okay, we can go to the. It was executed in the wrong way, in the wrong direction, so on. But still, it opened a lot of possibilities. Okay, next, the second one. Okay, it was almost the same situation. Now the players couldn't reach their good positions in the defense. Okay, next one. Again, now it show how really very good sense to play toward the open hand and to block the pass of the attackers have these players, and that are really variable actions of the defenders now to get these balls in this simple. But if you repeat it once again, we see it's even a player less. But okay, now the next player enter, and now you can see a lot of potential. Well, because a little bit back. Once again, just okay, stop. Now the Danish team didn't punish. Oh, stop. They didn't punish this situation when a lot of space occur and give them the possibility to make a very good attack in the second phase. But once again, inappropriate situations with the defenders. So Møgaard in this situation opted again to change instead to press. No, but normally it is the World Championships options. They know what they are doing, know where they are strong and what can they offer themselves. It's just some kind of observation, nothing more. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now as already explained, the Denmark in the second and in the first and in the second half scored some very important or perhaps even decisive goals from the fast throw off. Okay, let's go for first video. Excellent. It was really excellent how the center back player find the situation. We can repeat it once again, but it's excellent how he was very patiently wait to the mistake. He observed the situation. Okay, stop. Yeah, he observed. If you can go just a little bit back. Yes, here. Okay. Now even more, a little bit more. Okay, now he know that the most important position is on the pivot position, where the players on the half position perhaps is not so skillful. Know how to cover this player, how to and now he make first he showed the attempt to attack to the right side, but with peripheral view. He watch on the left side and see immediately the mistake of the defender and make this excellent pass to him. And where is the secret of this? The secret is that the players who return into the defense have no chance to execute the same on this defensive actions on the same level of the quality as they perform it or them in the case when they play in the set zone defense, even if they are in the same positions, but due to the fact that they have to turn back, change the positions and so on, it happened as we could see now. Okay, next. As I already mentioned, it was really the Lauge who was. But okay, let's go again. Once again, I mean, we must see the whole picture. Okay, now please stop. Okay, now you can see the situation when the player who changed. This is Luka Karabatic, number 22. He's not in the position to reach his own position on the center player on the left side, and then also the situation on the right side, Nikola Karabatic, who is a little bit late in the defense, and they couldn't change their positions. Okay, now let's go and stop. Then okay, let's go. Okay, now stop 1-1, and see that now the player who is not in the best years of the handball, who is not anymore so agile, let's say so, couldn't perform a good action in this wide cross between two excellent, very fast players, and was late. So it is the consequence of the very good anticipation, where some players will be in the certain situation when and where the attackers can gain or benefit some advantages when playing toward him. Okay, next. It was almost the same situation, but not so success. Okay, we can go next. The next one. That's two. No, it was even the best players sometimes make some kind of tactical mistakes, like here. So it was the Hansen was, even if he changed, he was completely free. No, and the Gitzel should pass the ball, but okay, it's the situation was clear. The fast execution of throw off give the possibility to continue in a fast way. Get a good possibility to score the goal. Okay, let's go in the next slide. Okay, then in the second half, it was very interesting because the Hansen was removed from the team because normally in this case, okay, he has a great tournament and perhaps he was also a little bit tired. And the coach didn't want to risk with him, especially because of this long change. Then Lauge played much more, as already explained. He was very important for the counter-attack and fast throw off. They play for a certain time with two pivots in the defense, with not just Molgard Saugstrup, but also the Halt was played. So two pivots, Saugstrup, Halt, very strong central defenders. Oh, but once again, the problem of the counter-attack, and they didn't want to risk. It was obvious that they just opted in the quarters with this philosophy that I tried to explain you at the beginning. So they were so secure on their game in the set in the attack versus set defense that they didn't want to risk in the counter-attack. And then some specific problems in the retreat. They should make a lot of compromises in defensive positioning in retreat. So they change a lot of their positions. Sometimes change, sometimes not. And so it was a lot of but they resolved these problems. It was obvious that they are ready to resolve this problem, even if they were not able to change. No, as they planned. No, they immediately find out a certain solution. No, the specific was also that Pitlik play as a back player. No, he didn't play on the half or the center half position. No, but he played on the outside position. Then Landin as the left wing, he was also introduced in the second half instead of the Jakobsen. Then he played on the half position. No, but on the other side remained the same. Gitzel, Kirkeloke, perhaps also this is worth to mention that Kirkeloke as a who normally play in as a back player. Now he was here on the wing position. Perhaps it was not so good for the attack versus zone defense, but it was very good for the retreat into defense. So they have a lot of the players who can overtake different positions when retreating. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now counter-attack. Now the problem which occur in this position, if you can restart again this video. Okay, stop. Now where is the problem? The problem is that the team has no center back player. From my point of view, once again, it is not each coach must decide by him or herself, but the center back player in defense is extremely important for the execution of the counter-attack. If we don't have a center back players, then we lose a lot of our power in the counter attack and to this adaptation to the bad retreating of the team. Now you can go further. Okay, stop. Now you can see that now on the right side there is no player. Well, Gitzel overtake the role of the center back player, and now normally Lauge wait here for a change, but the player who should change is far away, so Molgaard could not perform this change, and there was no player on the right side. Okay, let's go on the. Okay, and that's why there was also no option how to resolve the problems of the retreating team, as you can see on the right side. Okay, next one. Okay, this is the same, so it's, you can go on the. Okay, next one. Yeah. And now Lauge, in this case, he entered in a due time. It was much better. Now, perhaps the option to the right side would be better. Okay, next one. Okay, well, we can repeat it once again, no problem. It is a lot of potential of this counter attack here due to the inappropriate turn. So on this side, for example, with Lauge against the Prandi, it could be much better execution because they couldn't the France team couldn't change the player, and there was a space. Okay, let's go next. And now the Lauge is playing, and two pivots. But once again, so Lauge didn't want to participate. He made a good action in the defense. Then he remained on the. Okay, now he steal the ball, but then he remained on the in the 6 meter and goalkeeper area and didn't want to. He couldn't participate. Okay, now fast throw offs. Now you will see now the situation once again. So two back players now execute the fast throw off, and you will see how the bad retreat of the players really influenced on this phase. Just Dika Membos was fast enough, but even he was forced to make this rough foul. Perhaps even more than he deserved even more than 2 minutes. But okay, now it's. But you can see now once again the Gribil, who must play in the center. And the other Luka Karabatic on the pivot position, who were simply not in the position to follow this fast execution of throw off. Next one. Observing? No. It shows once again, if you can continue. Now it shows really how the Denmark players are skillful, how are tactical, excellent. Okay, he stopped. Now once again there was no support of the pivot players behind the backs of the defenders. So it was tactically appropriate to stop the counter attack, but it was also obvious that the players are not in the good position, and they have a problems with the change. Now we can go slowly further. Yeah, super. Super. Now take a look where the players are. Now just to assess the possibilities, how he can continue. And now it's there are a lot of problems. Now, for example, Prandi is on the center position. He's never on the center position. Now the Luka Karabatic is on the outside position. He's never on the outside positions. And then also on the left side, from the point of view of the Denmark team, there are a lot of options. Now we can continue. And also the right wing is not the best player on the center right position, and the Lauge taken advantage from this bad positioning of the players who couldn't make a good which couldn't construct a good zone defense. Okay, now the France team, specifics of counter-attack and fast execution of throw-off. They played with two pivots in defense at the beginning, so Karabatic, Luka, and Fabregas. One change, Karabatic, Remili. Mem played as a center back. Then they have also excellent execution of fast throw-off with these different options. And they have also some specific problems in retreat. We already saw that. Remili played as a center defender, so when Remili couldn't change with Karabatic, then he's forced to play as a center defender. It was not something special. Then Karabatic Nikola is, as we already saw, he has a problem with retreat due to his age also normally, and there were a lot of problems. So then left back and right back shoot many times on the opposite side of the court, and they are late in the retreating. So that's some kind of general problems of the retreating of the France team. Okay, let's continue. First, counterattacks. They didn't have a lot of possibilities because the Denmark team was so strong in the attack that they scored a lot of times. But now you can see the problem of this. Okay, stop. Okay, let's go once again. Okay, now stop. Okay, now it is the situation which really illustrate very well the problems which occur during this bad exchange of the players. You can see now the Hansen who retreat because he was aware about the problems or danger of this counter attack. He retreat also. He comes back, but he couldn't take any good position. Then Molgaard was late, right? The player 21 was late, and behind, that's very important. Behind these players was the pivot. It is 100% opportunity for the France team, and they really take good decision. Okay, now we can go further, and just this situation illustrate how very important is that the team take an advantage from some kind of characteristic of the returning team or a team which retreat into the defense. Okay, we can continue. Okay, now next one. But both times Hansen go back, but not successful. Now, okay, now we can go. So the problems with retreat was very obvious. Okay, let's go and good execution of the France team. Okay, fast throw-offs. So the problem of the France team was that they underperformed in the zone defense. But okay, then they execute some very nice this facility of throw off. Next one. That I also try to be as much as possible dangerous in the fast execution of throw off, and try to find the situations that they can score the goal easily from the in some seconds. Okay, let's go. Next one. So fast throw off was some kind of answer of the France team to defend against the Denmark team. Okay, next. So they lose. Now they don't have enough time now to describe all these situations, but it was always the same situation. The player who enter as players who changed was always late. So Molgaard was late, or as I already tried to explain, Hansen didn't have a chance to change. Okay, next one. Also, you can also see now these situations when the right back execute the shot on the left side, is late, and it caused a lot of problems for the defense. Last one, or next one. Okay, then the second half, they also make a change as Denmark team, especially. Nikola Karbati didn't play anymore, and Gribil stay as a left wing to play as a central defender. Then Prodi play as a half defender. Maé in the first, and then Port play as right wing. Okay, let's go. Let's now. Okay, now counter attack. They have a little bit more chances in counter attack. Okay, now if you can stop now here. Okay, stop. Okay, stop. Now it is really also nice view. So this bird view give us even more possibility to analyze the problems which occur during this retreat, and how to adapt to this. Now the Danish team once again performs something which is let's say so forbidden in inverted commas. So they change a player when they court player when they have player less. So it is once again forbidden. Now you can see the player went out, and in this case he emptied the space. You can see on the center of the playground there was no player, and it was obviously one situation. Let's go further. Okay, stop. You can see now that the player who entered was unable to make something, to stop the player or to cover the space. If the player who retreat into the zone defense remained on the court, the situation would be much easier for the defense that in this case. But now it was just the good performance of the goalkeeper who saved the Danish team not to get a goal. Okay, we can continue. Now we already saw that. That's no, okay. It's good. Yeah. Okay, so it's obvious how these situations. Okay, now the tactic of the shot and well performance of the goalkeeper save it. Okay, let's go next. once again, these changes of the players really caused a lot of problems. Saugstrup was late. Kirkeloke couldn't perform well as a half defender and so on. Okay, next. Now it's the same situation. No player in the center. Saugstrup was late again. Now faster offs. We have to hurry a little bit. Especially, it's very important that the team who performed the counter-attack take an advantage from these shots, from the pivot shots, no, or breakthrough shots. Okay, next. Okay, that's very nice. Now, if you can, if we just analyze these situations, these compromises at the end give the possibility to the attack compromises in the way that Kirkeloke stay at the central defender and Mulgaard, who entered in the play could not reach their positions. Okay, next one. If I made a mistake, so it was Saugstrup, not Mulgaard. In this phase, the Danish team play with two pivots, Halt, as I already mentioned, Halt and Saugstrup. Okay. Okay, and last one. Now you can see it's also one very good situation now where the coach now want to improve a little bit bad defensive position of the players during their retreat, but he didn't have a success. We can see what it's really a good video about that, how these compromises of the players when they retreat. Please, last one. Once again, this last one. Yeah. And if you can stop now okay. Now you can see now that the coach makes some kind of communication with the players. Who must go on, who must go back, and so on. They didn't know how to go in the positions. One assistant coach also try to prevent that the players won't enter as a seventh players, as you can see on the beside the bench. No, so a lot of problems occur during this phase, and French team really taken advantage from this. We can continue. The players simply we didn't know where to stay. And that is the great potential of the counter-attack, to be adapted to this kind of situations which occur because of the bad retreat of the players, change of the players, and being late in the defense and so on. Okay, let's go now the conclusions. Okay, now for the matches. The coach must always think about how the team will perform counter-attack and fast throw off in various situations that arise when the ball is won. So he must make this game scenario. I already tried to explain it over the presentation. Then in doing so, the coach must start from the realistic concept or model of his team composition in different phases of the game and the model of the opponent's game. So how the opponents perform the tactic in the attack, how then they retreat. Okay, next one. And then next thing, when setting up a team for a certain competition or a season, coaches must consider the abilities of the players in all phases of the game. Otherwise, problems can arise very quickly when creating a game model. So that the players who are just able to play in one phase are half players, and we must be aware about that. Then in matches of younger age categories, it would make sense to ban substitutions in the attack phase. So the young age category players must play in all phases. No, not to that we observe under 15 matches. No, and the coaches already try to substitute the players in between the phases just to get a little bit more better results, for example. So it should be, from my point of view, it should be banned. Okay, next one. And for the trainings, coaches must design a methodical scale or a wide range of exercises and train different situations in counter-attack and fast throw off according to the different possibilities of players when returning to the set zone defense. So it means that the coach must create the circumstances when the players should, during the counter-attack, recognize where the big players are, where the players in retreat are late. How can then they take an advantage from this? That is the correct training of the counter-attack. Then the focus during the execution of the counter-attack exercises must therefore be on the quality of the execution. So tactical consider, not just run. Now, unfortunately, many coaches execute these exercises of counter-attack just as a mean of running. No, not a tactical weapon. So considering many sensory information and the decision-making process, this cognitive part are very important during the training of the counter-attack. Okay, thank you. It's all from my side now.
Thank you, Marko, for your presentation. We still have one or two questions. One of them, it's regarding the pass from goalkeeper to the line player or the middle zone in the fast break. Isn't it riskier than the wings pass because it's more difficult to calculate the pass distance and to catch a pass from behind and not diagonal like wings?
Yeah, of course, it's true. But you know, if it is once again situational. No, if the pivot player is, if there is obvious that pivot player is free, also this direct parallel pass to the pivot player is open. No, it's just the question normally technique and the decision of the goalkeeper, and at the same time also the pivot player. They must be able now to establish this kind of communication. And on modern level of the handball technique, it is not something what is impossible. No, just in contrary. No, many times also defenders, when they retreat, they cover much more this part of the beside the lines. No, and offer the space in the center, especially when the players who play in the center goes out. And then this space is open, and the goalkeeper must have this overview if he has a chance to make this direct pass to the player. Why not? All the passes which are intelligent are good.
One more question is regarding the wings. So what is more important for a wing, to be very fast or to have a good anticipation and anticipate 2 or 3 meters in the right moment, in the spur of the moment?
It is the general question which appear many times when the coaches try to give the instructions to the players, or even when the players themselves try to find the best solution between these two possibilities. So from my point of view, it's very important that the players on the outside positions are able also to cover the space and to get the rebounds. It must be the first thing. So the anticipation is not always the best solution.
And the last question, with the changing of the rules, how important are the fast throw-offs now? And for the best teams, because you've shown us an analysis from the final of the IHF Men's World Championship last January. How did they change, and how important are they right now as in the previous years?
Oh, it became an extremely important part of the handball game. As I already tried to explain, it is somehow the very good possibility to execute the counter-attack, because it now, if we consider technically, we see now it is somehow the counter-attack, and it can really influence a lot of the final result. If I now try to illustrate that with the match Slovenia-Spain. Now Spain and Slovenia in the match on the World Championship was pretty equal, but there was really okay, for us it was tough, but for the Spanish team it was really nice to see how they take an advantage from these situations. So each goal which Slovenia scored was punished immediately by the excellent execution of throw-off, because the players who played in the attack was unable to defend this good execution of the throw-off. Yeah, of course, and it is also valid for the all other matches on the top level. So top level teams master excellent the fast execution of throw-off, and they are able to adapt to the retreat of the opponents.
Marko Šibila, thank you very much for your presentation and for your webinar. We will continue these webinars tomorrow at 13 CET and at 15 CET. The first one will be with Mats Olsson, the legendary goalkeeper, who will talk about trainings, the training for goalkeepers. And then at the 15, we'll have once again Per Morten Sodal, the chairperson of the IHF Playing Rules and Referees Commissions, and Sweden's national team coach, Glenn Solberg. Until tomorrow, have a very nice evening. Goodbye.